we shall see two important concepts of pressure. Okay, so one is an experiment. I will show you a laboratory demonstration of the effect of atmospheric pressure. So on the other day, I showed you the effect of atmospheric pressure using a boiled egg. Hope you remember, okay? I hope everybody remember that.
Yes,
Can you
sir.
recall that? How was that experiment? So we used a boiled egg, we used a water can, we just made some vacuum inside that metallic water can, okay? And then we saw that the atmospheric pressure that pushes, so the atmospheric pressure in this room, okay, that pushes the egg inside the water can. That is, air from high pressure area goes towards low pressure area. So similarly, today we are going to see a important historical experiment. So Otto von Guericke, okay. So I will show that, and then we shall see what is a manometer, what is a manometer, and about barometer. So these are all few instruments to measure the atmospheric pressure. Okay, fine. I am sharing the screen now. So please listen carefully. I just to make this down. Okay, are you able to see the screen?
Yes, sir. Clear.
So please confirm if you are able to see the screen.
Yes, sir. It's clear, sir.
Okay. So
Yes,
if
sir.
yes, please
Clear,
type
sir.
yes.
Sir?
Okay, thanks, Diana. Okay, fine. See, so one thing is that manometer. So manometer is an instrument, okay, as well as barometer. Barometer is also an instrument. So this manometer uses an U-type glass. Okay, it will be having some U-shaped glass or plastic, whatever it may be. Okay, so it will be having some outlet at one end, and here you can connect a rubber tube, and you can change the air column. Okay, suppose if you have some stopcock here, so you can get out of the air from this U-shaped glass tube. So inside you will be having some liquid. Okay, it may be an ink or any other colored liquid. Okay, so this is a glass tube. So one is a glass tube, and you have another rubber, and here you have some control to remove the air inside or to apply some amount of pressure inside, more pressure inside. Okay, fine. And in the center you will be having a scale. You will be having some scale. So I will show you that video. So the scale will be calibrated. So you can measure the height of the liquid column. Suppose if you blow some amount of air inside this rubber tube, what will happen? Automatically, I will use another color, green. So this water inside will be going here, okay? So therefore, automatically the level of water in the other side will be increasing. So you are applying some amount of air. If you blow some amount of air, the water here will be going or rising up. You can measure the height of the water column in this graduated scale, okay? So that is the principle. And barometer is nothing but you have a mercury trough, okay? You will be having some mercury trough. So you have to have a container, and you have some mercury. So that is the liquid metal, okay? You have some mercury. And what you have to do is, you have to keep an, just a minute, I will just make this point, I will make it clear here. And then now you have to have a glass tube there. You have to put some glass tube. Okay, you have a glass tube here, and this glass tube is it is also having some capillary tube inside, just like old thermometers. Okay, you will also be having a capillary tube inside. So this is outer glass tube. It will also contains a capillary tube. Okay, it will also contains a capillary tube. The moment you insert this capillary tube in this mercury trough, what will happen is that the mercury from this trough will be going into this. Are you able to see the mercury is rising its level? Okay, it will be going into the capillary tube, and because of the atmospheric pressure. Okay, so because the atmosphere will be exerting more amount of pressure on this mercury column, though it may be a metal, atmosphere has large amount of force acting per unit area. What is the value of atmospheric pressure? 1.013 into 10 to the power of 5 Newton per meter square. Okay, Newton per meter square or Pascal. Such a large pressure will be acting on the surface of mercury. Therefore, if you keep a capillary tube inverted into this mercury trough, the mercury will be going into this capillary tube up to a particular level. That level is known as, so this height, if you measure this height, and it would be 760 millimeter. Okay, this would be 760 millimeter, and 760 millimeter is the normal atmospheric pressure. So using a barometer, if you want to measure the pressure, what you have to do is that you should have a mercury trough in a beaker, and then you have to have a glass tube that contains a small capillary tube inside. Okay, so this is the outer glass tube. You have a small capillary tube. So this should be the structure. Okay, so this is the inside capillary tube. So capillary tube has a particular dimension. The mercury will be rising on the capillary tube. If you keep this capillary tube or glass tube inside a trough of mercury, what will happen is that the mercury will be rising into this capillary tube up to a particular height. What height? Up to 760. That is, from the surface of the mercury, it will be rising up to 760 millimeter or 76 centimeter. Both are same. Am I right? 760 millimeter or 76 centimeter. So up to this, the mercury will be flowing. If that is the case, then it is called normal atmospheric pressure. Okay, so this is the value of normal atmospheric pressure. So why does the mercury flows into the capillary tube? Because atmospheric pressure pushes this mercury trough. Therefore, it allows this mercury to go inside the glass tube, and it is measured as a height, namely 760 millimeter from the surface of mercury trough, and it is called the atmospheric pressure using a barometer. And in SI units, Newton per meter, it is 1.013 10 power 5 Newton per meter or Pascal. This is the value of 1 atmospheric pressure. Is that clear? And using a manometer, you can calculate the pressure of a particular gas. Pressure of a particular gas or air inside. Okay, here now I will show you the diagram, and then I will show you the video. So this is the structure of manometer given in our book. So it contains a U tube, it contains some liquid, and some measurements are there in the scale, and you have a rubber tube, that is to give some more pressure inside this left hand column of that glass tube. If you give some pressure, what will happen? Some air will go inside, the water level will decrease from the left side, and the water level will increase in the other side. Okay, if you want to measure the atmospheric pressure here, you can calculate. Okay, so I will show you how to calculate that pressure later. And this is the diagram of mercury barometer. It contains a trough of mercury, and this is the glass tube, and you have to keep inside. So you have to keep that glass tube upside down. Okay, so you have to keep that just like a test tube. It also contains a capillary tube inside, just like a thermometer. Okay, you have to keep that upside down. If you keep that, immediately, because of the atmospheric pressure which is acting on the surface of mercury, will allow the mercury to flow into this up to a particular level, that is 760 millimeter. So this is the atmospheric pressure at the sea level. Is that clear? Atmospheric pressure at the sea level. And
Yes,
the
sir.
top portion of this glass tube will be vacuum. It will be a perfect vacuum. It doesn't have any pressure. This pressure is very less than that of the atmospheric pressure. Okay, this is one of the instruments to measure the atmospheric pressure. And here, now I am showing to, so I'm trying to show the video. So is that clear for everyone? So what is a barometer? What is a manometer? Now I am going to demo a manometer.
Yes, sir.
Is that clear? So if
Yes,
you have
sir.
any doubt, please type doubt, or if it is clear, please type yes or clear, just like that. Yes, okay, fine. So in our syllabus, we have just a qualitative analysis of that manometer, no calculations, okay? No calculation or no derivation for the pressure. You just try to understand what is a manometer, okay? Here, so this is the video that gives you some information about the manometer. Here you can see, so this is a glass tube, okay? This is a glass tube. Inside that you can have any liquid. You can take water with some ink, okay, colored ink. And here the top is open. Left hand side top is open. See, and right hand side it is closed. It has a side tube which is connected to a rubber tube. Okay, fine. And you have some liquid column. And here you can have a scale. So in this manometer, they have calibrated the scale in millimeters. Okay, so the measurement of the difference in water column. The principle is that difference of height in water column in two tubes. So this is a U tube, left hand side, right hand side. Okay, suppose if there is a difference in pressure, the direct measurement of the difference in height of the water column will give you the value of the pressure inside the manometer. Okay, see the description.
You see there's a measuring stick and I have some fluid filled with water, but originally this would be mercury because Torricelli's earliest barometer used mercury. In any case, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a syringe and I'm going to attach it to the enclosed tube. And now I'm going to make the space smaller for the same amount of gas that's trapped in this area. So by me making the space, the volume smaller, okay, the pressure.
See, now please look at this water column. Are they same or not? In both the
Yes,
tubes,
sir.
are the water columns are same or not? Same,
Same,
okay?
sir.
And the pressure acting on this left hand side column is just like the atmospheric pressure. Okay, that is 760 mm of mercury. So here it is an open tube. The pressure outside this room is same as the pressure inside this left hand column. Okay, now see what he does.
Pressure is going to increase. So I am going to, Boyle's law, lower the volume by forcing the gas molecules into a smaller space is going to increase the pressure. Manometer is going to measure that increase in pressure. When the pressure
Because of pressure, the opposite side
Now,
going
what
up.
did he do? He just increased the pressure in the right hand column, okay, fine. So this is the U-shaped tube, right hand side. He applied some amount of pressure using a syringe, okay. So before applying this pressure, the pressure was same as atmospheric pressure, 760 millimeter of mercury. Okay, now he has injected some amount of gas or air inside, thereby he has increased the pressure on the right hand side. Therefore, because of the higher pressure, okay, because of the higher pressure, this
The left side,
liquid
left
column
side is going up.
has reduced to its height and the other column has increased its height. Okay, now the difference in height. Okay, so what is the pressure inside this column? That is measured directly if you measure the scale reading nearer to the right hand column and scale reading on the left hand liquid column. Okay, the difference will give you directly the pressure inside the glass tube.
Was equal, sorry, and the pressure was equal, these levels were equal. Because the pressure in the inside of this tube is equal to the pressure pushing down in this open container.
See, so what is saying that when no pressure is applied on the right column,
Yes, sir.
atmospheric pressure acts on the left column. This is open end. This is also open end. Therefore, the air in the room goes into this, and because of the same pressure, both the liquid columns are at the same height. He increases,
Sir, your volume is very
increases
low,
the
sir.
pressure.
So the
Okay.
force on this liquid
Actually, sir.
level is the same as the force on this liquid level, and thus you have equal pressure. Now, by increasing the pressure, and I'm doing this by making the volume smaller, stuffing the same amount of gases in the same temperature and pressure, and making a smaller volume, I'm increasing the pressure. And what we can do is we can measure the difference, okay, of these liquids to measure the pressure. Right now, if I wanted to measure the pressure, if this was mercury, we would say that I'm supporting, if this is 4, and let's pretend this is approximately 23, okay? So this is 19. So from this point here, I'm measuring 19, okay, millimeters. Okay, now of course, this I just measured 19 centimeters. So that's 190 millimeters of fluid I'm supporting upward. And I would say that the pressure in this area is higher than the atmospheric pressure pushing down. Right? Manometers use a differential of pressure to measure. So right now, the pressure in this syringe, which is connected, is 190 millimeters of mercury higher than atmospheric pressure, right? There's 2 forces.
See, please try to understand what he's saying. When you push the air inside the right column, you are increasing the pressure. Okay, increase from what? Increase from normal atmospheric pressure. What is the normal atmospheric pressure? 760 millimeter of mercury. And now, suppose this is, if you consider this as a mercury, here you can see the reading as 4. So this is not visible, but as he said, here this is 4 centimeter. Here it is 23 centimeter. Difference in height. So this height, okay, this height. 23 minus 4 is nothing but 19 centimeter, which is 190 millimeter. Suppose the pressure in the 2 columns are same, both will be of same level. As the pressure in the right column is more, okay, more than what? More than the standard atmospheric pressure, which is pushing this column through this open tube. Okay, how much more? It is more than 760. How much? 190 millimeter more. Therefore, 760 plus 190, exactly 950 millimeter of mercury. That means it is greater than the atmospheric pressure. You can easily calculate the atmospheric pressure, and you can easily calculate the pressure of a particular gas. Okay, and this is how the people are increasing the gas pressure or air pressure using a manometer. Okay, is it clear? So this is just measured as a difference in height. If
Yes,
the
sir.
height is 760 millimeter, it is normal atmosphere. If it is greater than, so it should be greater, because the pressure he applied in this pipe through this test tube is definitely greater than the atmospheric pressure. That is why this liquid column has raised against the atmospheric pressure. because atmospheric pressure pushes this liquid downwards, but he increases the pressure on the other column. Therefore, this liquid has raised from the bottom level to top level only because of high pressure. How much is the pressure? It is greater than the atmospheric pressure. How much greater? 190 millimeter of mercury. Okay. Is it clear for everyone?
Yes, sir.
Are you able to understand?
Yes, sir.
So if
Yes,
you have any
sir.
doubt, or is that clear for everyone? So if
Yes,
you go
sir.
through the notes or the textbook, it would be better to learn understanding. Okay. Fine. So this is the principle of a manometer, how it works. Okay, is that clear for everyone? All of you? So please have a habit of chatting. I mean, communicating. So we should not say chatting. So the screen, chat screen is the only mode of communication between the teacher and the student. Okay. So because we are not able to see everyone and we are not able to talk. Okay. Okay. So Shivanuja, she asked to repeat. I will do that. See. So this is, I'm sharing again the video. So this is a video of a manometer. Okay,
And the
it is a
fourth question down
manometer.
here, who's winning? Clearly, this side is winning by 100 and,
See.
volume small.
This is a manometer. Okay, it is a manometer. Manometer consists of a U-shaped tube with some liquid inside. So one end is open to the atmosphere, other end is closed at the top. However, it contains a side pipe to change the pressure inside the column. When you do not apply any external pressure, that is, if you disconnect this pipe from this syringe, okay, in this example, this is a syringe, okay. So if you keep this undisturbed, just like this, the air in this room is going through this tube and it is exerting some pressure on the liquid. The air in this room also goes through this opening and exerts pressure on the liquid. That is, the pressure on the liquid in two columns are same. That is atmospheric pressure. That is given by 760 millimeter height of mercury in a mercury barometer. And this manometer consists of a scale calibrated in centimeters. So the principle is, we are going to calculate the difference in height of the liquid column. Difference in height of the liquid column. We will compare the difference in height with the standard height of that mercury barometer. We will be able to measure the pressure in the tube. Okay. Now what happens is that he is going to inject some amount of air in the right hand side. Automatically what happens is that the pressure in the right hand tube is increasing. Okay.
Now, of course,
It increases.
this is 19
Why does it
This
increase?
is 19.
Because
From this point here,
the pressure on the
19
right hand side is greater than the atmospheric pressure.
millimeters.
Okay. The pressure on the right hand side, this tube is greater than the atmosphere because it is closed and he is pushing some amount of air inside. He is applying more pressure on the liquid. Therefore, liquid on the left hand column rises against the atmospheric pressure. Therefore, definitely right hand column will be having more amount of pressure. How do we calculate that pressure? We measure the height difference.
Right, manometers
Which
here
difference?
is a differential of pressure.
The difference of
measure.
height
So
between
right-
the liquid columns. So right hand column, you have a scale here. So this you measure as 4 centimeter. This you measure as 23 centimeter. Difference in height, that is more amount of liquid is in 19 centimeter. 23 minus 4, 19 centimeter. Or 19 centimeter in terms of millimeter is 190 millimeter. That is, as the pressure on the right hand pipe is greater than the atmospheric pressure by what amount? By 190 millimeter amount. Therefore, this liquid column is at higher position, this liquid column is at lower position. Okay, this is the principle. You can compare it with the atmospheric pressure. 760 is the normal atmospheric pressure, but this is greater than 760, greater than how much? In this example, greater than 190 millimeter of mercury. Is that clear? So please confirm If you are able to understand now,
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Shivanuja, are you able to understand now? Yes?
Yes, sir.
Okay, fine. Harish is asking me, sir, you
It's
are
clear, sir.
new to our school. Yes, I am new to our school. Okay, fine. So this is about the manometer and barometer. Now you should be able to understand the difference between a manometer and a barometer. Barometer directly gives the value of atmospheric pressure.
Yes, sir.
Is it clear? Fine. Okay, so if possible, I will construct a barometer in the next class and I will show you. Okay, fine. So it is very simple. Okay, so you can simply calculate. Suppose if we have some transparent pen like, so I don't have a transparent pen like right now. Just a minute, I will get back. Okay, so I will do it in the next class. Okay, fine. So you have to have some transparent tube like this. Okay, transparent glass tube or some normal ballpoint pen cap. Okay, fine. And you have to keep some amount of color water. And if you just put it inside and you close the top, you can see that some water has entered into this capillary tube. Now you can see some amount of ink inside. Assume that the bottom, this container, this is a container. Okay, my palm is a container and this palm contains mercury and mercury is going inside this tube and it is having some amount of height. Okay, you can see the height. So this height is 760 millimeter of mercury. That gives directly the value of atmospheric pressure. Please do not forget this value. It is standard value wherever you go. That is sea level atmospheric pressure. 760 millimeter of mercury. 760 millimeter of mercury. Any pressure which is greater than atmospheric pressure should have a value greater than 760. As in the case, right hand side contains high pressure. Therefore, 760 plus directly the manometer gives the value, the difference in water, that is the difference in liquid column. Okay, difference in liquid column, 19 centimeter or 190 millimeter. Barometer gives direct value, manometer gives the value of the pressure inside using the difference between the height of liquid columns. Okay, so two things we have learned, and so we will see that experiment, namely that Otto von Guericke, that is two vacuum tubes are split. So how to split that two vacuum tubes, we will see in the next class. Okay, is there any other question?
No, sir. Sir, can you hear
Please tell
me?
me if you are able to understand what is atmospheric pressure. So we will close this lesson by Wednesday. Okay, so we will complete the lesson by Wednesday, and I will give you the notes on Wednesday. Okay, fine.
Okay, sir.
Also, we will do some numerical problems using pressure and force. So we will have some higher order thinking questions. Okay, so we'll be having some higher order thinking questions. We will also solve that. So with that experiment, okay, with that experiment, we will complete the lesson. Okay, so Otto von Guericke experiment, we will complete the lesson. Trinity Raj, yes, you will be having your psychic test. Don't worry about that. So please keep learning. So thank you all.